This British dad has been scratching his head lately. His little girl, a sweet British Chinese child, was born and raised in the UK, growing up on classic Western food. But now, she could not care less about any of it. All she wants is one thing: steaming hot Chinese noodles.
日本人在这种不是不好吃。
那你想吃什么？
我想吃面面。
想吃中国的面面。
This little girl's name is Doudou. She is a sweet British Chinese mix. She grew up in the UK, raised on fish and chips like every other kid around. But not long ago, she took a trip with her mom back to China to visit her grandparents. And somehow, that one trip completely changed her picky eating habits. Surprisingly, it was not some fancy delicacy that won her over. What she fell in love with was a simple, steaming bowl of homemade noodles. Doudou's mom once came to the UK all by herself to pursue a master's degree. Her original plan was simple: finish school and return to China to build her career. But life had other ideas. One day, in a cozy little cafe, she met Doudou's dad, kind, handsome, and gentle. They clicked instantly, and love quickly followed. Soon after, they got married and decided to settle down in the UK. Then came Doudou, their little bundle of joy. From the moment she was born, Doudou became the little star of the family. She laughed all the time. Those giggles were just too precious. She was also smart beyond her years, even banging out rhythms on her dad's drum set. Her dad was a super dad. Cooking, feeding, putting her to bed, he did it all. Her mom was like a home tutor, always reading and learning with her. Grandma adored spending time with Doudou. They were more like best friends than anything else. Whenever Doudou had something tasty, she would always share it with Grandma first. They learned from each other. Grandma taught her English, and Doudou, in return, taught Grandma the Chinese she picked up from her mom.
You're not scared. Not scared.
Go see Papa.
No.
Beep.
Beep.
Oh,
Oink.
no, up there.
Doudou also had a very special friend named Simon. The two of them were inseparable, more like siblings than just friends. Whenever Doudou got sick, Simon would come visit her, bringing comfort and warmth to her only child world. With the love of her family and the friendship of Simon, Doudou's childhood was simple but full of joy. She laughed every single day like a little ray of sunshine lighting up their home. The couple had always planned to visit China often with Doudou, but no one expected the pandemic to turn their lives upside down. Just like that, years slipped by. 3, almost 4. Doudou had never truly lived in China. When the world finally opened up again, her mom decided to take her home for Chinese New Year and see her parents. As soon as Doudou's dad heard the plan, he said he was going too. And when little Doudou found out there were grandparents, delicious food, and fun things in China, she begged to go along. There was no stopping her. Their first stop in China was Shenzhen. Then they headed to their hometown in Hubei. Even though it was Doudou's very first time meeting her Chinese grandparents, she was not shy at all. In fact, she warmed up to them instantly. Grandma spun her around in joy, and Grandpa let her ride on his back. When Doudou playfully tapped Grandpa's head, he just chuckled. This little mixed-race girl became the heart of the family overnight, and that long-awaited family reunion dinner felt extra warm with her laughter at the table. What stood out the most for Doudou during her trip to China was definitely the food. Sure, she had tried Chinese food in the UK. Mom often took her to Chinatown and she liked it just fine. But this time was different. The real, hometown flavors seemed to awaken something in her taste buds. That picky eater phase? Gone, just like that. Her mom even took her to a countryside wedding banquet, and the giant table full of dishes left her wide-eyed and overwhelmed. But in the end, her favorite? Still that warm, comforting bowl of noodles, pure happiness on her little face. But what truly shocked Doudou's dad was that she fell in love with century eggs. Yes, those dark jelly-like eggs that even many Chinese people shy away from. But Doudou, she ate them like they were candy, totally unbothered by the strong taste. Watching her happily munch on them, her dad could hardly believe his eyes. He could only laugh and say, "Are you really the same British girl I raised?" Doudou also had an amazing gift for language. Back in the UK, her mom had already started teaching her Chinese, and although her Mandarin was not as fluent as her English, that never stopped her from connecting with people. She was a natural social butterfly. Even during her first performance on stage, she showed no nerves at all, like a little star born to shine. In just a few days, she had bonded with all her Chinese relatives. Even when she couldn't fully understand their words, she used gestures, smiles, and laughter to bridge the gap. And soon enough, she had a whole new circle of friends. A month passed in no time, and with daily practice, Doudou's Chinese improved by leaps and bounds. She could already chat about simple things with family and even speak up a little when buying groceries or having meals. It happened to be Chinese New Year, and she learned to say Happy New Year in Mandarin, greeting each relative one by one. Her cuteness and that sweet little voice melted everyone's heart. Red envelopes came pouring in, one after another, until her tiny hands could barely hold them all.
新年好，辛苦给看，那是如意。新的一年 to be fine， 新的一年 to be number one。红包拿来，红包拿来。你喜欢湖北老家，还有深圳，还有英国。
我都喜欢，我还喜欢三亚。
I was definitely.
And so, Doudou spent nearly half a year in China. Her Chinese became more and more fluent. She could even recite classic Chinese poems. But as always, good times fly by. Their family visit was coming to an end, and it was time to return to the UK. What Doudou's mom didn't realize, though, was that the real trouble was just about to begin. After returning to the UK, Doudou's Chinese food craving was here to stay. Her mom thought she had simply outgrown her picky eating, but now she had become even pickier, just in a different way. All those Western dishes she used to love, she wanted none of them. All she craved were Chinese noodles. At first, her dad was helpless. "You grew up in the UK. How can one trip to China change everything?" But seeing her light up with every bite of those noodles, he could only smile, sigh, and take her shopping for more noodles. That warm bowl of noodles. It became the softest, most comforting link between Doudou and her Chinese roots. Maybe one day, Doudou will travel the world, but in her heart, there will always be room for a warm bowl of noodles.